Good Saturday morning and welcome back to the shop. I'm gonna be outside for a little bit, but not for too long because it's cold. We had a big frost last night and you can see it's where the sun hasn't hit yet, it's still covered. But the reason I'm outside is right here we finally got the field cut. And right here where it's kind of flat and level, I'm thinking about plowing that and growing feed corn for next year because it's getting really expensive and you're not getting as much as you used to get. But to switch gears, so to speak, the channel has finally reached 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for all those that have helped me to get here, and I hope and pray that the channel continues to grow. And a little quick favor, if you don't mind, a friend of mine, Farmer Dave, over at Nelson Creek Farms, is at about 600 subscribers. He made a comment in this morning's video. He'd kind of like to reach 1,000 by Christmas if possible. So if you haven't checked his channel out, go over there, check out a few videos. You'll find them entertaining. And hit that subscribe button and help Farmer Dave out. Get his Christmas present early. So thank you for that. But like I said, that's the plan. We're going to try and grow some feed corn for the deer next year, but the things I've got to do today are just a couple simple ones. But first thing is we're going to build a fire in the wood stove. All right, I've got all my equipment sitting up here where I moved them from where they were sitting in the yard so I could get that cleaned up and stuff last week while I was off work. So I've got a 2-point fast hitch toolbar that I'm going to take the 2-point mounts off, and I'm going to put them on this right here and see if I can get this piece to work with my tractor. This is the 2-row cultivator I was using last year, or year before last rather, but it's 3-point. It is an IH piece of equipment, but it's 3-point instead of 2-point. So you see where I'm going. It's easier for me to have the 2 points just back and hitch and go than it is to put the adapter on, then hook it up to this. So, but last week was a busy week. I got to haul off 3,000 pounds of scrap metal to the scrap yard. Got my driveway done, got all that done, and got some wood organized and split. So anyway, well, that's it for outside. The sun does feel good, but I'm gonna get inside and get a fire going in the wood stove. Then we're probably gonna get the toolbar in and get the sweeps off, get the don't you hate these moments? Get the 2-point brackets off, and then we're probably gonna get the 2-bottom plow in because I've got a new tail wheel, which is one of my goals for today, and right there. So I've got a new to me tail wheel for this plow, so I want to get that in there because this is what I want to try and get the field plowed with the two bottom, because I've used it once and I just didn't have it set right. So I've got plenty of room out there to try and get it set. So let's get going. But like I said, first things first, let's go build a fire in a wood stove. Stay tuned. All right, and you can see it's warmed up quite a bit. Sun feels good out here. It's actually warmer out here than it is in the shop, and with a little help of a cup of coffee, ready to go to work. So I've got the 3-point 2-row cultivator sitting over there with the land plane so I could work, and it's warmed up out here, so it's easier to try and do this stuff out here than it is moving it in the shop and out of the shop. So we're going to get started, but before I get too carried away, I'm going to make sure that this hitch mount will fit this toolbar before I get excited and start swapping everything. So let's give it a shot and see what happens. And I did spray all this stuff with Kroil beforehand, and can see right now, I don't think this one's going to fit this toolbar. But we're going to see what happens. But like I said, I don't believe it's going to fit. Nope, it's not going to fit. The notch here isn't as big as this. So we're just going to go ahead and take this thing apart and put it in the container and get it off out of the weather. And two, there has been people in the neighborhood that like to borrow things for money and you never see them back. So anyway, we're just going to strip this toolbar down and put it away, and I guess we'll figure something out with this one. Or either, I don't know, I do like the idea of a 2-point toolbar. What I may do is, well, I don't know, because the stuff on here is too big to fit this one. I think that stuff over there on that 3-point may be big enough to fit this one, so we might do some engineering. So let me go on and I don't know, it's one of those, if you do, you do, if you don't, you don't. So but anyway, well, let me get this stuff out of the way, and we're going to go ahead and move on to the next project, since this one didn't go the way I planned. So let me I tell you what, I'm just going to put this back on here and get these sweeps off the end, and then just put everything in the container. So let's get this back on. All right, we're going to go and swap out the tail wheel and this bracket here. The cleaner for the tail wheel, it's bent, but we'll worry about that later. I'm more concerned with getting this replaced, and then we'll go from there. I did spray the nuts and bolts with Kroil, and this is not a promotion for this stuff, but this stuff works really great. It's expensive, but it works great. So anyway, there we go. Okay, here we are again. I didn't have new bolts for the tail wheel, so I just cleaned the old ones up for temporary, because hopefully amongst the other projects, or with the other projects I have, we can get this thing disassembled and sandblasted and repainted and get ready for next year. But like I said, I cleaned out the cone and the shaft for the tail wheel and the hub that it goes in. Cleaned all the rust out of that, put a nice good thick coat of high temp grease in there, and then reassembled it, put a new grease fitting in there, and got it packed full of grease. So that's it for this. I still have to straighten this out, but that's a project for another day. So I got one thing to do, and hopefully I can come back and play in the dirt with this thing. So either I will or I won't. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you shortly, I hope. All right, good Saturday afternoon, and got the Super C over there. I'm going to try it with the 2-bottom plow, but it's going to take me some time to get that thing set right to cut. So, and I wanted to get it done today while it was nice outside, great weather. So I went and got the 1-bottom and put it on, and it's cutting pretty good. I've got my boundaries cut all the way around, but it'll work out. This soil hasn't been turned, or this ground hasn't been turned in at least 30 years, so it's hard. And when I was cutting my boundary up here, this place is full of rocks. So anyway, we're going to get the camera mounted to the tractor and turn some dirt. So let's get started. All right, it is Saturday evening and my corn plot is done. So, well, it is turned anyway. It looks pretty good in some sections, like I said, and I stand corrected. This field has never been plowed because of the rocks that are out here. I was just told by my dad that they only raise cows out here. So that's it. Well, it's the first time this dirt has ever been turned, and there's another big rock. So, well, I guess we'll get the disc out of here and get it taken care of. Oh, another rock. If I can't grow anything out here, I can grow rocks. So, overall, it doesn't look too bad. The Super Seed did a good job. I'm going to have to get the two bottom plow, because next time I do it, if I got the two bottom, it'll take half the time. So, but it looks pretty good. I'm happy with it for the first time this field's ever been turned. Another rock. Well, that's it. It's starting to cloud up. Neighbor over there has got a fire going. I guess he's going to hang out most of the night and listen to music. So we are going to put the Super C up and call it a night. And then later on this week, I'll get the plow washed off and get it put up for the winter. So, but that's it. It looks pretty good. Like I said, I run into some clumps and stuff over there, but it's okay. For something that's never been turned before, I think it looks pretty good. So, anyway, that's it for the video. Welcome again to all the new subscribers. And if you happen to get a chance, hop on over to Nelson Creek Farm and give Farmer Dave a visit and check him out, and you'll find it entertaining. He's a pretty good guy. You'll enjoy it. So until next time, have a great evening, and we'll see you again at Old Red Tractors.